Hello everybody, Palm Springs Cindy, and what are you doing this Friday night? I don't know about you, but I just finished playing a card game up at the clubhouse with some friends, and it was fun. And then after the card game, we're all going home. So I'm home and I thought I want to upload a video because I have a few things to share with you guys, and an outfit of the day and a little bit of what I bought today at Ross. So to start with, in the morning, I usually wake up between 7 and 8, and mostly because Poppy wakes me up, which is good. Otherwise, who knows how long I would sleep. And my whole day is dictated by how well I slept the night before. So if I slept good the night before, which I have been sleeping much better, then I'm feeling like, yes, I'm ready to get up. And the first thing Poppy wants to do, it's crazy as it sounds, is go sit outside on the patio, and she goes outside and sniffs around, and then she sunbathes. She sits in the sun, it's dreadful heat, but she's like absorbs it and like closes her eyes and just loves it. Actually, while I'm doing this video, I'm going to be filing my nails and maybe working on some repolishing. You guys, what am I going to do with my nails? They are short, they break off, they are brittle, and I can't, every day is a nail day. Every day is a nail file day. So, okay, after Poppy sits outside and sunbathes, we come inside and then I make my coffee. I always have a iced coffee with a little bit of, that vanilla cremora type stuff in it. Over crushed ice, it's delicious. It's better than Starbucks. And then I sit on the couch with Poppy and we watch the morning news. And I wake up because it takes me a long time to feel focused. I don't know how I worked all those years and got up at between 5:30 and 6 in the morning and pulled it together and got to work. I have no idea. And not just got to work, but was there, ready to teach. Who knows? So it takes me a while. Then I usually, after I watch the news and have my coffee, I mosey into my office and I go through my email. And like this morning, I looked over some bills. I told you in the other video I just uploaded about the DMV. Yes, in California, I have to, I did it. I did everything I could online. I had to open an account, and then with that open account, I filled out all the information, and so I was approved to get my driver's license renewed. But I have to go. I have to take the test, not the driving test, but the written test. And so I had two options. I could take it here in my home online, and actually it's not a test; it's just a class. And you take this online class, and then I can get my license renewed. Or I can go to the DMV and take the class there. And they even said online, take the class at home. It's preferable. So that's what I'm going to do. And then the site said that they would be emailing me, look for the email from DMV, which would include the class. So that's what I'm looking for. Alrighty, so I'm in my office now, I'm going over some email, and then lo and behold, this is my downfall. Then I start playing games on my computer, and I'm still stuck on Mahjong Real. And it's the real game, and you have 3 partners, and you play it online, you use your card. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm totally addicted. And I have to say, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at knowing the card. I'm getting better at, I went on YouTube and I didn't take classes, but I watched some videos that talked about like how to win or strategies for Mahjong. And for example, they said, try not to pick patterns that have end numbers. So like try not to pick something with 9s or 1s, because they said the probability of you being able to complete a pattern is greater since there are more patterns with, I should say it this way, there are less patterns with 9s and 1s. So anyway, I kind of started doing that, and I have been winning more, so that's been kind of nice. I don't win very often, and so that's why I'm like, after the game's over, the thing pops up, another game, and then I'm like, yes, because I'm determined to win. So anyway, I might play a few games of solitaire, or not solitaire, Mahjong. Then after that, I will start getting dressed, and sometimes I take a long time because I have to wash my hair, and sometimes I don't. Then, like today, I had, you guys, what in the world am I thinking? See this tree right here? I have bought probably 3 or 4 trees. Now I'm happy with this one. Bought this and the base at Pottery Barn. I bought those little uplights at Amazon. It's beautiful. I love it. But I have one that I bought from Amazon for here, and it just didn't look right, and now it's in my bedroom. It's fine. It's lovely. But then I bought another one for here, and it was the black olive tree, and that one was expensive. It was like $180. So that arrived, and I didn't like it, so I boxed it, and this is kind of old news for many of you, but I put it back in the box, and then I had to, before I did that, I appealed to Amazon, and the vendor said, yes, we accept refunds, and we will send you the return label. Great. For some reason, I thought that meant they would send me a return label, and that meant they were paying for the shipping. Have I learned my lesson yet? No. Remember the sofa I bought, and I had to pay for the return, which cost more than the sofa. I ended up donating it to my church so I could take a tax write-off. Well, so I boxed the tree up. I went to Staples because my printer isn't working. So I printed out the label, so today, it's been bugging me. It's been in the garage, but I still have like 2 weeks to turn it in. So today I got it all done. I put the label on it. I had to put another label inside the box. I bought tape, special tape, packaging tape, packaged the top of it back up, put the seats down in my car, put the tree in the back seat so it goes all the way through my car. I get to lug it out of my car. First of all, lug it in my car, then lug it out of my car, then lug it into the post office. It's my turn, and I said, I want to return this, and I have the label here, and they said, are you sure you want to return this? This is going to be quite expensive. And I was like, what? I'm thinking, what? And then, no, I have to pay for the return. So it was $150 to return. Well, forget it. So, and then I said, well, do you think UPS would be any less expensive? She goes, possibly. So crap. So I put it back in my car. I'm just going to keep it. And maybe my daughter's going to do some new things around her house. Maybe I can give it to my daughter. I have a furniture store in my garage. I just about have a complete furniture store. I have art. I have faux trees. I have extra chairs. I have coffee tables. I have side tables. Anyway, it's just too much for TV. But live and learn. And then I did return some things that I had purchased at Ross. And they were, they looked cute when I tried them on, but then when I got them home, they were dorky. So I returned those, but let me show you what I bought from Ross. Of course, can I just take my refund and leave? Of course not. Okay, so I bought this. This was $4, $3.99. I love these kinds of things. This is spiced cranberry scent. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And then I also bought this. This was $7, which is not that horrible for a candle this size. It smells yummy. And I like it that it's in its own glass container. I don't have to pull out. It's not a candle on one of my candle holders. So, and I love the color. So, okay, I've got that. I've been wanting some new water glasses. And I was walking up and down housewares aisle at Ross. I saw these, and these were $1.99, I should say. And I like these, and I'm going to show you why. In fact, I'm going to take the phone over with me. Follow me. Because they match a certain pattern of glasses I have. So this cabinet contains my party glasses. So see these are some of my favorite. With the, see how these, and then I have these, and these, and I also have like fun little martini glasses like that. I'm not gonna reach up and get them all down. So, see how I could set a tray up, and these new glasses are similar in color. These are some of my everyday, this with the turquoise on the top, but see like this one, those will all still go with see they're all that pastel coloring, which I like. So I only bought 2 of these and 2 of those, just to add. But like I said, once I have, if I put my pretty glasses on a tray, when I have company, you know, they look pretty, that color palette. Then on this side, I have my really nice cocktail glasses. See, this one's in the wrong spot, but they're my gold tone. And I have kind of collected these gold ones through the years. I really like them. They're highball glasses. They are, you know, Manhattan glasses. Some of them are smaller. I have the bigger ones like that. And then I have this size. And then I have, let's see here. So I have the smaller one, and these are bigger ones. And, and then I have the water type glass, and then these little ones. So those, and then the ones up here, many of those are rimmed with gold. So that's why I have them here on this side. I'm going to call them the gold side. So those are fancy schmancy, and these are more fun. So that was sort of my Ross haul. But I also bought this little dress that I have on. See it, you know, I like the silhouette, I like the low neck, and then it has this little stripe. And it is, let's see. It's very, very lightweight, very comfortable. It's not binding or anything. So I think I paid like under $10 for this dress at Ross. You know, they've got a lot of junk, but I find some good things in there every once in a while, and this is one of them. I just had to turn my ring light on because it's really getting dark and that natural light is gone. So, okay, I was laying on the couch this morning, and I'm gonna put some polish on my nails while I'm talking, and I turned this movie on. It was from 1938. It was a really old movie, and it was something about, the title was Manhattan something. What it was, there were like 4 vignettes, 4 little stories that took place in Manhattan, New York. Now there were big stars in it. Of course, can I think of who they were? No. I'll try to think of them because it was good. But So far, so good. The thread of the movie was that there was this black tuxedo, and the tuxedo was bad luck. I forget what they said, haunted or something like that. Bottom line, it was bad luck. And so throughout the story, one vignette, that somebody found the tuxedo, used the tuxedo in their life. Then the end of that vignette, the tuxedo is laid over here. Somebody comes by, picks the tuxedo up, and so on. So, well, this one vignette I just have to share with you was so dear. And actually, none of them ended badly. They all had a good ending. So one of the vignettes, I think it was the one that Charles Lawton was in. There's this simple man, and he lives he's poor. And he lives with his family, his extended family. They all share an apartment in New York. And he is a piano player. He plays the piano. He has a little old piano in his apartment where he lives with all of his family, and he plays and he plays, and he's actually a musician genius. So he gets a job at a little honky-tonk restaurant, and just to earn some money, because he's not in the social realm. He doesn't have any contacts, even though he's a genius. He knows he's a gifted musician. But he finally makes friends with this man who plays like in the Philharmonic Orchestra of New York. And so the guy that he makes friends with says, "Oh, you are a genius, and I've got to tell our conductor about you." And so he said, let me find the right time, the right place to tell my conductor about you, so that I want him to see you and to hear you. He will just be bowled away. So Charles Lawton is like, "Oh my gosh, would you really do that?" And the guy, "Yes, I would, because I know how special you are." So sure enough, he gets a break. And so he goes to the conductor's office, and the conductor is really a Scrooge. And he says, he's sitting down at his desk eating a sandwich, and he goes, "Well, go ahead, play something." So anyway, he sits down at the piano and he plays. And the conductor is like, "Oh my gosh, this man is a genius." So he says, "You are going to conduct the next orchestra event. You're not going to play the piano, you're going to be the conductor, because you have the feeling, you feel the music." It's my last finger. And so he's like, "Oh my gosh, really?" So he's just walking on a cloud. He goes home and he says, I'm going to be the conductor, blah, blah, blah. Well, so they all go, "Well, what are you going to wear? You have nothing to wear." So the woman, his wife, said, I'm going to find you something. I think I have an idea. So, because she had been at this clothing store, this like a thrift store, where someone had turned in this tuxedo. And they turned it in, and the man that owned the thrift store said, "Well, it has a hole in the jacket." And the guy said, "Well, then deduct the price." So, okay, he said, "I'll give you $10 for it." Guys go, "Okay." So in the meantime, this man, the piano player's wife, was in the shop, and she overheard this conversation and saw this tuxedo. So she goes, when her husband gets this orchestra job, she goes back to that shop and says, "Can I buy that suit?" And so the guy, the owner said, "Well, is it the right size? And it has a hole in it." So the wife says, had brought a jacket of her husband's, and she said, "It needs to be this size. Can you alter it?" So the man was like, "Yeah, let me see." So he looked at it and goes, I'll alter it. So he alters it, and they were short on time. So the piano player did not have time to try this tuxedo on. So the family gets him to the event, and so the orchestra is on the stage, and everybody's like looking, and it's just the moment. And so Charles Lawton is just so jazzed. So he, the old conductor walks Charles Lawton out into the middle of the stage. He introduces, "This is John Smith. He's a musical genius, and you are lucky tonight that he will be conducting the next song. So the audience like, So anyway, Charles Lawton gets up there, and he looks at the audience, and he takes the stick, and and do, and so they're playing, and as they're playing, Charles Lawton's like ta-da, 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 and every time he moves his arms, his suit rips because doesn't fit him, and it's old. So then like this arm rips open, and then this arm rips open, and then the back seam rips open. And so the audience starts to laugh. And I actually started giggling because it was funny. So after, it takes a second or two before he realizes everybody's laughing at him. So he's like, what is going on? And finally the orchestra couldn't see that his suit was falling apart, but everybody behind him could. So finally the other maestro walks out on the stage and whispers into his ear and says, your suit is totally ripped, and you can see the parts of your shirt through it. And that's what everybody's laughing at. So Charles Lawton, there's like a 30-second delay where he thinks, what? He doesn't quite get it. And then he doesn't know whether to laugh with the audience or cry or to just carry on. So because he can't really see his jacket, he doesn't see how bad it is and how it really could be comical. So in his desperation and embarrassment, he crouches down in the middle of the stage into fetal position and begins to cry. Well, everybody's laughing, and then they stop laughing because they realize the position they have put that this conductor, this man is in. So everything gets very still, very quiet. And so Charles Lawton stands up and he takes off his jacket and he throws it to the ground. And then he just pulls himself together and he puts his shoulders back and he begins to play, and the orchestra is just beautiful. So while he does that, one man in the audience stands up, takes his coat off, his tuxedo jacket off, and sets it like on the side and claps. And then another man stands up, takes his tuxedo jacket off, sets it on the chair, and claps until everybody, there were thousands of people, this giant orchestra room, all the men stand up and take off their jackets and applaud, which I just started crying. It was so dear. And now Charles Lawton didn't know that was going on. He just thought they were applauding. He couldn't turn around and see that they were all taking off their tuxedo black jackets. So then at the end, while the orchestra's still playing and everybody's sitting there loving, the music's so beautiful, everybody's there in their white shirts. Here comes this man, and he comes in late. And so he comes in, he gets to his seat, and then he looks around, he's like, how come everybody's wearing white? Where's their... So he starts to feel like, I'm overdressed. He takes his jacket off. And then at the end of the orchestra songs, the symphony, Charles Lawton turns around to do his bow, and he realizes everybody is they've taken off their shirts and they're wearing their white shirts. It was just dear. So then that tuxedo that ripped apart, then they scoop that up and they drop that off at a place. I forget where they put it, but then the next scenario is somebody else comes along and they see it and they're like, maybe that's something that we could figure out. We'll fix that. Well, anyway, each one of these scenarios had to do with this tuxedo, and every scenario turned out there was like a sad part, and then it turned out happily. Anyway, it was just dear. I don't know the name. I'll try to find it and put it in the details below in case you want to see it. Well, if you could just see Poppy, let's see if I can. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see. Poppy is so mad at me. Look, and I have to cover my couch with a sheet because she's all over it. And she's barking. She's large and in charge. She's mad at me because I'm making a video and I'm not giving her any attention, which I will give her nothing but attention when I hang up. Hi, sweet baby. And of course I was at the clubhouse, so she's even more mad at me because I left her for a while. But I told her I can't just be with her all day. Sometimes I have to go out and she cannot come with me. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything? She has her summer haircut. Yeah. Oh, see, she's tired, but she's happy because her tail's wagging. Yes. Okay. Yes. A sweet girl, aren't you? Such a sweet girl. You want to say bye-bye? Well, I did finish my nails. Just that soft, it's like a bubblegum pink. Somebody asked me what it was. And I don't know the name of it or the color because I can't read that small of a font. If you can see. All right, you guys, enjoy your Saturday. This will probably be up Saturday morning. P.S. I love you. And until our next conversation. Bye-bye.